I'm gonna tell you a secret, my friends, that you know that you can get paid brand deals and free stuff on Instagram with just a small audience. In fact, this is actually how I got started back in the days, with just a couple of hundred to, about 1,000 followers. And I managed to constantly do it all the way up to right now, my personal profile, which by the way is still not too big with about 30K followers. Yet, I still get invited to big events like Formula One, get invited to stay in hotels for free, get sent a bunch of free stuff, for example, something like this, which I'm certainly going to use and not sell it somewhere on Craigslist or something like this. Anyway, in this video, I'll tell you how I managed to do all these things, how I still manage to do these things, and how you can do that too, how you can get paid brand deals and free stuff with just a small audience on Instagram. And I'll also show you a very handy little tool that I developed myself, so it's even easier for you. So let's get right into that. What's up, Dominators? My name is Dominic, and let's talk about brand deals. Let's talk about how you can get free stuff, all these things, because a lot of the times people actually go on Instagram, they want to grow their Instagram because they want to get some brand deals, because they want to get paid to use the stuff that they love, that they would use anyway. And I see it a lot that people follow my advice here on this channel, for example, or in some of my programs. They grow their Instagrams to a significant level. For example, they grow it to 10,000 followers, and then they're like, now what? I don't get brand deals. Nobody's reaching out to me. Nothing happens. And there's one thing I actually can guarantee you in this little world is that just having followers in terms of getting brand deals and stuff like that means jack. You might get an opportunity from time to time, sometimes some weird affiliate offers where they're like, yeah, we chose you to become a, brand partner, but you just have to pay the things for yourself. You got minus 15% off, stuff like that. Come on. This is nothing to write home about. This is nothing really that, that brings you further. And this gets me right into the first point right here. And this is the biggest misconception about this whole lifestyle, if you will, is that brands are not going to reach out to you, most of the times. Sometimes obviously they do, especially when you get bigger. Now I have like a lot of brands reaching out to me, but still, most of the times it's just trash. Anyway, they don't really reach out to you as much as you might think. And if they do, they don't do it for you to work with you. They do it because they want to work with your followers and your influence, hence the word influencers. You might think right now, but if they want to work with me because of my followers and because of my influence, doesn't that mean that I have to have a lot of followers, Dominic? Then you just say exactly the opposite in your title, that we can have brand deals and free stuff with not a lot of followers? Well, actually not. And here's the thing. Brands nowadays mostly don't really care about the numbers anymore. They mostly care about the quality of your followers. Like we always say, it's true whether it's influencer marketing or whether you have your own brand or something like this, the bond with your followers actually really matters. And the trust that your audience has with you matters to them the most. This is why the trend called micro influencers is on the rise right now, because brands see, okay, huge, super huge influencers, all right, they might give us a big reach, but their conversion rate might be a lot lower. That's why smaller influencers, let's say 1,500 to 5,000, 7,000 followers are the hot topic right now, because those people actually have a genuine interaction with your followers. Those people actually are people that their followers trust, because they're not sellouts and stuff like this. Plus, usually with micro influencers, their audience is a lot more focused, like we always say, a niche. And obviously, especially on Instagram, if you go for the influencer route, if you show your lifestyle and stuff like this, it gets a little bit watered down the more people come in. But if you have just a smaller audience, probably you grew your small audience or your audience to this point because you are in a certain niche, a sub niche, and you have a very focused audience. Now, let's say you have that. Let's say you have 1,000 to 1,500 followers right now. You have a focused audience and you want to get some brand deals, maybe even pay. And here's the thing, it doesn't matter. Like I just said, I had my first brand deal that actually paid me with just about 1,500 followers. Believe it or not, and I was actually negotiating. I always try to up my price level as much as possible. Why? We're going to talk about the pricing in a second. Anyway, my first deal actually went something like that. I was browsing for stuff, for decoration stuff for my apartment. I kind of wanted to change something. I didn't have that much money at that time, so I was like, something. So some website actually caught my eye. They didn't have that many followers, but they had some amazing stuff, some wall art and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, I want to have that for free. I do have 1,500 followers or something like this. How can I get them to give this to me for free? Ideally, maybe even get paid for that. So I did a lot of research and I figured out that there's two things you absolutely need to get a brand deal rolling. First of all, some sort of proposal letter, where you kind of write them, okay, here's what's up. This is me. I want this. Maybe we can have a deal or some arrangement in some sort of way. Ideally, where you convince them to work with you. And second of all, a media kit is where what I actually figured out. Brands actually want to have everything. If you write them, they don't have a lot of time. They get thousands of emails a day, but it's just a lot less effort and it's a lot easier if they have everything I need to assess whether this person is a good fit or not in one place. Hence a media kit where all of your socials are in there, your stats, some other information that they might find interesting to see what's up. Now, this is what I did, actually. I created a brand proposal. I created a media kit, something that at that point I didn't see a lot of people do. I did find some media kits out there, some templates out there, but they were pretty bad, the design wise. So I kind of decided to make something kind of nice, depending on how you look at it. But I just sent it out to them. I was like, here's what's up. My name is Dominic. I have 1,500 followers. They're focused here. We're actually right now a very Vienna-focused audience because I was in Vienna at that time. And people follow me mostly because of the lifestyle. At that time, I told my followers, I was like, I want to change something at home. And I told this to them, my followers know I want to change something. And maybe we can work together in some sort of way. You providing me something. And, I'm sure it's going to be a good fit. And, I just sent this out, It was like, I wasn't expecting anything. But guess what happened? They write back saying, yeah, of course, sounds like a good fit. We checked out your media kit. We checked out what you do. Choose whatever you want. And we give you $100 extra for that. And I was like, what's going on in this world? This kind of feels weird. Actually, let me show you what it was. This is the amazing wall art. I'm not going to plug their names anymore because the arrangement is over. But this is what I got. This was my first brand deal thing that I got for free plus $100. And this thing was so interesting for me to see that things like that work just because of the systematic approach that I took, that I just repeated that over and over again. There were times, when I had a lot more time, where I just, basically just fired them out. Just sent them emails saying, okay, here's what's up. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. This is my audience. This is how we work together. This is how this could work. This is my media kit. These are my stats. And, obviously it's a numbers game, but still, I managed to get some decent brand deals. I managed to get some hotel stays. Sometimes they were like, okay, you're kind of small. So we don't know if we can, for example, let you stay at our hotel. But still, obviously they were writing back. So what I did was, I was like, hey, here's what's up. I just started a social media marketing agency. And here is what's up. I can help you. In addition to creating some awesome content for your hotel, from your rooms and for my followers, I can also go over your social medias with your marketing department and stuff like this. We can have a chat. Maybe we can find something that you can do better or something like this. I do consultations. Sure enough, hotels all of a sudden seem to be interested. The one thing that actually was really, really interesting at that time was I got offered a room in a 5-star hotel. I'm not gonna name the name, but it kind of looks like two V's next to each other. And this was, again, it was so interesting for me. Now, there's another thing that I noticed that you can optimize to instantly get more brand deals. But first, let me show you the tool that I created. For you actually, so you can use the information that I just gave you and boost this thing up by a lot more than you might think. Anyway, so now we're here in KitFluence, which is my new software that I developed. And basically, what you want to do is you just get started. You get greeted with this sign. By the way, it's gonna launch today. Okay, today. So this is the first version that's out. So you can become one of the first people to actually try this thing out. Here's what's up. You're gonna see this screen. You're just gonna select all. Don't worry about it. We don't get any information other than your Instagram and your YouTube. You're just gonna hit okay. Wait a little, and there you go. You're in the dashboard. What you want to do then is actually connect your Instagram to it, because obviously most of you guys are trying to use this with Instagram. You're gonna use your page that's connected with your Instagram, hit connect account. And basically what you have there is you're just gonna fill out your information here. I'm going to show you right in a second how it looks like. You just fill that out. If you need some inspiration, just look up my handle here, and this is basically what it's going to look like. You have a picture there, you have an about you section, you can have some verified stats, which is obviously really important for brands that actually want to work with you, because nowadays, especially with these fake influencer times, brands take a look at that. And you have some logos if you already have some companies that you work together with for some social proof. And there you go. You always have some always up-to-date information. So you don't have to worry about creating a media kit to send out every other week. You don't always have to update this, update the Photoshop, send out a PDF, stuff like this. It's always up to date. So you can grab your link there, send it via email, and the companies are going to see exactly what's up. Your subscribers, your reach, your monthly views if you have YouTube connected. Stuff like this. Now here's one small trick that actually helps you out a lot if you have a small audience, yet you still want to, get in contact with brands. Don't focus too much on your followers or subscribers. Focus on your reach. Why? Because your reach is almost always going to be a lot higher than just your followers. Why? Because, for example, you do hashtags the correct way, like I teach you, or the algorithm, like you should watch all my other videos here. And you get more reach than, for example, let's say you have 1,000 followers, but you rank on hashtags, all of a sudden you get 10,000 reach just from the hashtags. So you have a lot higher reach than your audience actually is, but still, it's still people that are super relevant to your audience. So always focus on your reach. I do have a really good example inside there. Once you signed up, I have a brand proposal template that I actually used. I basically mostly used this template. It's inside there. You can just adapt this to your needs and send this out along with your media kit to all of the brands that you want to work with, and you're gonna up your chances by so much. You're gonna get some brand deals just because of that. And basically that's all you have to do to get brand deals. We've already had great results from people testing this whole thing. Like I said, I've been doing this thing basically for the past 2, 3, 4 years, and it worked great. Like I said, amazing brand deals. And obviously this is the first time I launch a software company, first time we bring something out like that. We're working on a lot of more features obviously right now to make it even better. And, something that I didn't tell anybody yet, but we're also working on, for example, some growth potentials that you can have on Instagram, some tools, inside you can see, okay, this is what you can do to actually up your chances of growing a lot more, to actually up your chances in turn to get some brand deals. Sounds amazing. It actually is amazing. I'm certainly going to talk a lot more about this thing, about the behind the scenes, what it takes to create a software like this. So if you're interested in seeing, the way these things works, the way that, what I have to do, what we all have to do, how it connects together, and basically just the behind the scenes of the software developing, just leave me a comment down below and I certainly will take you along behind the scenes. Anyway, my name is Dominik. Tell me, write me down in the comments below if you got some brand deals because of, Kidfluence. And if you have some questions about it, if you want to go more in depth about this brand deal things, I'm going to have some content coming up in the near future. My name is Dominik. Happy Saturday, I guess. I'm going to see you in a couple of days. We're going to see when, probably Monday.